Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. First off, I want to give honor, praise, and glory to my Creator, Yah, and my Redeemer, Yeshua, or Jesus Christ. But anyway, my name is Travis Garrison. I want to thank y'all for coming to my video. I believe we're closing in on the end of time as we know it. I mean, time's still going to go on, but as we know it, there's a new I don't believe it's called the age of Aquarius. Not in God's view, it's not. Anyway, because the evil ones think they're going to keep this earth. They love the pleasures of this earth, the goods. They don't want to let it go. That's why they hate me, because I'm a messenger of the end time. My name's associated with time, the Heaven's Golden Gate, the Armageddon. And I'm going to do a video on that for long, but that ain't what this is about. This is, well, it's kind of a little bit about time. I done a video the other day when my computer stuck on 7-Eleven. And y'all remember Donald Trump saying, I was down there at the Twin Towers on 7-Eleven. He said it on purpose because he's a little bit of everything. He's a Gemini twin. Two-faced Janus is the name of that god. He's that. He speaks about being knowing God and all that, but there's other gods. There's only one true God, but there's little gods they believe that, like Satan's the god of this world. But anyway, the other morning when this happened on 7-Eleven, my computer, it was stuck on 7-Eleven from I know 7-Eleven till 7:59. When it changed time, it went from 7-Eleven to 7:59. And the title, somebody had wrote in the chat box, "The end is near." There's chatting back and forth to somebody, and also the crown. Somebody was talking about the crown. So this is coming, folks. I believe it's a sign of the time that it jumped 48. Now, I want y'all to remember that 48 because it's got something to do with Elijah. About Elijah, and I want to show you another video that a lady did about this this type of Elijah. But the day this happened, I got up and went to pray. I was outside at daylight and praying, and here's what I seen in the sky. You can barely see it in this picture here. There wasn't a cloud in the sky except for this one right here. Looks like a whirlwind, like a tornado. If y'all can see it, I'm going to go into another picture here. I took a couple of pictures, and y'all can see it a little bit better there, maybe. Let me blow it up just a little bit. Looks like a whirlwind in the sky. That was the only cloud in the sky. This was right at daylight. Y'all can see y'all can kind of see that right there, I hope. But anyway, I inked it where I put a circle around it where y'all can see that it looks like a whirlwind up there. And that was the only cloud in the sky. The only cloud in the sky. So anyway, I come home, and after I got through with that, I come home. That's when my computer changed. Right after that, about 7-Eleven's when I done got on my computer, maybe 5 minutes. Well, then that afternoon, I went out and
Wow.
like whirlwind things.
Look like tornadoes.
Yeah.
Oh, that is weird.
Well, there's 3 lines of them on the go.
Oh, there's another group. There's a bunch of them. Keep looking.
Yeah, I see them. Wow.
And it's weird. There's nowhere else.
I know it. Wow, there's a big one over yonder.
I see it. Oh, my goodness. How in the world can them things do that? They go off.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like that. I don't know, but they're getting after it.
Now, look at that one farthest from. It looks like a tornado that was going up.
Okay. I hope that plays all right because I have both my recording my mic thing. So if I don't, I'll have to go back and redo this video. But that's what happened right after that. Them whirlwind. I've never seen anything really like that. Where they was that many. I mean, even doing that, but I'm sure they were bugs, but I want to, in one place over here, right across the road. Let me see if I can find it here right quick. Yeah, right here. There's an area right in this area right here. One day I looked out my kitchen window and they was red orbs of light doing the same thing. Red. I mean, these were bigger round. They wasn't little bitty like that, like what you seen here, but there's bigger round. So they was making like a whirlwind. Uh, so anyway, so I remember this spot very well because next time I see them, that whirlwind with those orbs, I'm going to it. I'm going to that, and I believe it'll be before September 23rd because of other signs I've seen on my property. My grandfather and grandmother, my great grandfather was named John Henry Cup. When you translate that back in your genealogy, you going back in time to see who they was. His name was Jacob. Last name was Jacob. And my grandmother's name was Hembre, which when you trace that back, it goes to Abraham. It goes from Hembre to Embry, Emery, and then it ends up being Abraham. It's what my great grandmother was. They homesteaded this land about 1903 or 1905. I've got the books on it, the deeds where the title deeds, whatever they are. I've got that my family kept up with them. So that was my family bloodline. And I'll show you something else here that I seen because I believe it's a sign of the times, folks. I believe it's a sign of the time. Well, let me play this. Hopefully, right after I got through that evening, I got through seeing this thing. Well, I was watching a video of a lady named Naema Lavern. This lady is, every time I watch her, there's always something that happened to me a day or two before, and she's talking about the same thing. And I'm thinking, man, that lady this lady hears from God because she is, everything she does, just about, and I disagree with her on some things, just like I do everybody, but that don't mean I'm right. All I'm saying is that the lady is 80% of what she says. Well, not 80%, but she's always has something to do with something that happened to me a day or two before. But I'm gonna let y'all watch this. It ain't very long.
Earth, the wind. Hurricanes are huge. Hurricanes are huge and they last for days and come from the ocean. Tornadoes are smaller, last a few hours, and usually form over land. Both are whirlwinds. So a whirl means spin. So there's spinning winds. And when I saw this, because I've been seeing this a lot. Have you guys been seeing this a lot? Just like in the clouds. And MB33, the guy that I always show you, people are always sending him in these coming straight like from the heavens. And it made me think about Elijah and even Enoch. When the Lord was about to take Elijah up to heaven in a whirlwind, that's in 2 Kings. And then I went to the Apocrypha in Ecclesiasticus 48. It says, who was taken up in a whirlwind of fire and in a chariot of fiery horses. It's funny because Sister Nadine and I have this joke where we always say, like, Most High, please catch us up in the whirlwind like you did with Enoch over this place. We want to leave.
Let's see, where was it? Right here. Okay, now the most important thing that ever happened on my property, Google, was doing their maps, Google Maps. All right, I'm going to show y'all this right here. This is on my property. This is a real whirlwind. And if y'all look up at the top, you can barely see 278 Google's Maps. And this 2 plus 7 plus 8 equals 17. God's complete victory. And because, folks, this highway I lived on, it used to be Highway 4. When I bought some property on the first street in Minmo, I got something. Let me close that. Anyway, I bought some property, and well, let me find it here. Okay, this is the same property that my grandpa Jacob and Abraham homesteaded. Google Maps was mapping this place, and they caught this. This is a frequency whirlwind come out of the clear blue sky, and I've got several pictures of this where this moved down along the highway as Google was trying to map this, and y'all can see the lines in there, waves. They're frequency waves, and inside this line there's three entities, spirits. You can see them there. I mean, you can't just really tell what they look like in the face, but you see one of them's there, one of them's there, and then there's one over here to the side. They and Google knows me. They know who I am. They've known it since I was 6 years old, or since I was born, I should say. And so they knew this was going to happen. They know all the mathematics about this simulation we live in. It's a real simulation, but it's still a mathematical. It's based on math. I mean, it's created with certain amounts of math for each magnetic field and all that. I don't know. I don't really comprehend it all, any of it really. I just understand a little bit how this is made. Like when Elijah called the fire down from heaven for the sacrifice, when he was challenging the prophets of Baal, Elijah poured water on his sacrifice after Baal's prophets got through trying to call their God in to take away the sacrifice. Well, when they got through, their God wouldn't come. Elijah was making fun of them and all that. Well, so Elijah goes another step. He pours water on his sacrifice, and Elijah knew about the magnetics, about the plasma, about the electricity that operates our simulation, our matrix, our earth. He knew that water would conduct electricity and create a fire, because water is explosive if you break it down. So Elijah done knew all this. He had this knowledge, even in that time, he had the knowledge of how the earth that we live in is run with electricity. So what I'm saying is we're created with frequency, vibration, and energy. But folks, when you go back to the earliest translations of the Hebrew language, the word was in the beginning. No, the word was when God's spirit was fluttering over the face of the deep. The King James Bible says God's spirit was hovering, but the earliest translations say God's spirit was fluttering, like wings, like bird wings fluttering, creating a vibration. And speaking, he spoke, and somehow his spirit fluttered and created this vibration to create our earth. So there's frequency involved. There's waves of light cells. We're created with light cells, not atoms, light cells. And I used to believe that the atom was a part of the light cell, was a part of what made up these light cells. But I'm starting to see that the light cells is what we're created of, and there ain't such a thing as atoms. The more I pray and the more information that I believe God gives me, I see that it's light cells from the rainbow. We're created from the colors of the rainbows, different light cells. And there's things going on today that wants to change that light in you. But anyway, I can't say too much because I had a strike put on me, and here, look, and couldn't upload another for 7 days. But this was a frequency whirlwind that took Elijah up. It was a frequency from a portal in the sky. And Enoch, the book of Enoch tells us about the portals where the sun goes in and the stars and all that goes out. But anyway, this is a portal, the type that come down, a chariot come down with it, and that's where Elijah and Enoch, how they left this earth, raptured. So that's what's fixing to happen again. Elijah's got to be raptured out of here first. He always is the preceding one. John the Baptist had a spirit of Elijah in him, on him, however it works. But anyway, see if there's anything else I wanted to do here. No, I think that was it. I think I ought to play this right here for a minute. This is a shofar. Folks, I honestly believe that that's fixing to happen. We're about y'all. If y'all watch any kind of news at all the stage stuff going on, and folks, I believe the Antichrist is here. I believe he can't really announce that he's the Antichrist right now, but I believe he's announced that he's the chosen one. If he's either announced he's the chosen one for the false Elijah or the chosen one for the false prophet, there's been an announcement made that somebody was they feel that they were the chosen one. Y'all probably all know who that is, but for me saying he proclaimed that he was the Antichrist, I can't say that for sure. I think so, but he may be the Elijah, the false Elijah, the preceding one for the Antichrist. You know, that's possible right there. But I want to thank y'all for coming to my channel. I hope everyone has a great day, and I hope this video turns out all right. So